Hello and welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. In today's video we are watching a game from Tata Steel Masters 2024 that was played between Liren playing as white and his opponent Rameshbabu Praggnanandhaa playing as black. This game is fresh and really exciting. Liren world chess champion at the moment, and Rameshbabu Praggnanandhaa recently became India's #1 ranked player, so a bright future is in front of him. I won't bother you too much with the intro of this game. I won't discuss any details. You will have to enjoy it for yourself. So without further ado, we will go straight into it. Ding opened the game with e4. We have e5 on the board, knight f3, knight c6 and bishop b5. So we are in Spanish game, Ruy Lopez. a6 for Praggnanandhaa. We have bishop to a4 and knight to f6 played. So this is Morphy's defense of the Ruy Lopez opening. We have d3 for white, all book moves, bishop c5, and right now we have castle for white. Game continued with b5, attacking this bishop, and after bishop to b3, black continued with d6, although one of the options that black has is to actually play knight to a6 and then target this white squared bishop and gaining bishop pair. We have c3. The idea is to simply back up this bishop on c2 and to save bishop pair, then later prepare this pawn on d4 for the push. h6 played for black, a common move. You simply don't want to allow bishop g5 pinning ideas. Rook to e1 played for white with the same idea to put this knight on d2 and then on f1 and then on g3, which is commonly seen in these sort of openings. Game continued with castle for Rameshbabu Praggnanandhaa. We have knight b to d2 and now we have bishop b6 played for black. Knight to f1, so white continues his normal developing ideas. We have knight to e7 for black. And we have a4 striking on the wing for Liren. Of course, Liren wants to open the position with a4. If the trade happens, he will be more than satisfied to open the a file. Rameshbabu Praggnanandhaa, of course, refuses. He plays rook to b8 and invites Ding to pick up this pawn if he wishes to. We have h3 on the board, another great move. Knight to g6 played for Prag. We have knight to g3, kind of copying each other right now. c5 played on the board, just grabbing the control of the center, and right now first inaccuracy, at least by the computer. Of course, this is not anything too spectacular of a mistake. After c5, actually d5 is the recommended move by the computer. Computer doesn't recommend picking up this pawn. Queen c7 is the best, bishop e3 and bishop d7 is one of the ideas that this game could continue with white at least maintaining the slightest advantage possible, but bishop e3 is a slight inaccuracy. c4, Praggnanandhaa again finds the best move. Bishop takes on b6 firstly, rook takes on b6, and right now we have a bishop to a2, another inaccuracy. Computer actually recommends picking up this pawn on here, of course, after b takes on c4. Right now bishop takes on c4, and right now rook takes on b2 would be what would follow, and this is slightly better for black, so this is the reason why Liren didn't want to enter in this sort of position. Bishop a2, another inaccuracy. We have queen to c7 for Praggnanandhaa, although computer sees that knight f4 was the best. We have a takes on b5, a takes on b5, and bishop b1 right now played for Liren, with the idea to open up this a file and of course gain control of it. Also, this bishop will then have use on this diagonal here, also protecting this pawn. We have c takes on d3, a bishop takes on d3, and knight f4. Praggnanandhaa finds the best move right now, attacking this bishop. Liren sees that this bishop is fine for taking, so he is not worried about that. He plays knight to e2 simply to challenge this knight on f4. We have knight takes on d3, queen takes on d3, and bishop e6 played for Praggnanandhaa, so Prag finally develops his white squared bishop. We have knight to g3, knight again returns to a much better square here. We have b4 right now played for Praggnanandhaa, another great move here. Before, actually, instead of knight g3, b4 was the best, so black will still have the advantage, but b4 was the best here of the position. But Prag immediately strikes with b4. We have c takes on b4, rook takes on b4. Right now this pawn is hanging. We have rook a to d1, so white wants to trade this pawn for this pawn. Black doesn't want to allow it. Rook to b6, and right now queen a3 is played for white, although b4 was the best idea of the position, so this is at least by the computer evaluation. So we have rook f to b8 right now pressuring this pawn, which is weak at the moment. Game continued with rook to d2, defending this pawn, which is perfectly fine. queen c3 slightly better. We have a knight to e8 by Praggnanandhaa with the idea to defend this pawn, and right now white decided to play knight to h2. Now later in the game, Ding prepared this move and then advancing with his knight on e3. Computer sees this as an inaccuracy, again recommends queen to c3. We have rook to b3 attacking this queen, queen to a1, and right now we have queen to b6. Slight inaccuracy, computer sees that with some deep calculation g6 is the best. We have knight h to f1, so Ding continues with his idea, and now computer sees that the rook takes on b2, which was played by Praggnanandhaa as a mistake actually, and g6 again as the best idea of the position, so some deep calculations like 10 moves or something like this, but this is a completely natural move. Rook takes on b2, queen takes on b2, simply black just gained a pawn, rook takes on b2, and right now we have a knight e3, mistake, h4 was the best by computer evaluation. We have g6 for black, black now plays, so g6 was probably best because you don't want to allow this knight to jump here. We have rook to a1 played for white with the idea to invade on a8 and then maybe pin this knight. That is the reason why Praggnanandhaa played bishop to a2. Of course, almost everything is mistake by the computer evaluation. Computer sees this as a mistake and actually recommends playing h5 as the better alternative, so computer is not scared of this move, but humans are, so that is the reason why this move is perfectly fine. We have h4, we have h5, f3, and right now Praggnanandhaa enters the endgame. We have a trade on the board, and right now knight to e2 is played. Slight inaccuracy, computer sees that king f1 is better, and now bishop a2 as a mistake. Computer sees that f5 is a better way to approach this position, because right now if after knight to c3, bishop d3 is played, and black is slightly better than in the previous move line. So bishop a2 played for Prague. We have king to f2, king to f8, knight to c3 attacking this bishop. We have bishop to b3, bishop e6 is slightly better. Now knight e to d5 is a mistake by the computer, g4 is the best option here. We have bishop takes on d5, although computer here again recommends playing f5 as the way to as the best way to approach this endgame. We have knight, of course, after this move, we have bishop takes on d4, d5, knight takes on d5, and our game continued with f5, so Prague now plays this move. f4 is a mistake, computer sees that knight e3 is the best, but right now king f7 is the best. We have a trade on the board, these pawns are taken, and after f takes on e5, d takes on e5, white continues with the g3, which is the best. Right now black is 1.5 point up in the advantage by computer evaluation. King to e6 attacking this knight, knight retreats, and we have knight to f6, although knight to d6 was fine as well. King to e2 is a mistake, although now it's really difficult to find the right moves. King f3 was the best, although this the position is still losing, so it's really hard. We have knight to e4 as the best move, attacking this pawn, knight f1 defending it, and we have f4 ready for the trade. The main idea is to enter with this king later here and then grab this pawn as well. Our game continued with g takes on f4, e takes on f4, and king f3 is played for Ding Liren. King f5 to defend this pawn, king g2, knight to d6, this is a multi-purpose move. So now in case, of course in the game knight d2 was played, but after knight to d6, if king h3 goes, for example, to stop the advancement of this king here, then king simply continues with e4, and after king g2 we continue with f3 check, and after king g3 knight f5 check, and after king goes here, king f4, and this is a one endgame. So this was a multi-purpose move. Knight d2, Liren still tries to hold in the game. We have knight to f7, knight to c4, king now invades on g4, king f2, king picks up on h4, we have king to f3, king to g5, knight to b2, king to f5, knight d1, knight g5 check, king to g2, h4, continuing the advancement of the pawns, knight f2, f3 check, king to g1, king to f4, and after king to f1 and knight e4, this is where Ding Liren decided to resign, because this is a game over. There is nothing you can do. One of the ways that you can continue this game is to continue with king to g1, but after knight picks up on f2, king picks up on f2, h3, and it's game over. One of these pawns will promote, and this is how this game ended, guys, and this is all I have prepared for you today. If you enjoyed this game, please make sure to leave a comment, like, and share this video with other people who enjoy chess. Of course, if you wish, you can subscribe. Click the subscribe button to enjoy more interesting videos, and for everything else, I'm always here. I always enjoy reading your comments. Please let me know what you think about this Praggnanandhaa's game. Again, Praggnanandhaa has managed to beat world champion. He managed to beat Magnus Carlsen, and now Ding Liren. He's a talent and a superstar, and I think he will be a world chess champion. Also, do let me know if you think the same. And yeah, thank you so much for your attention, and we will see each other in the next video. I wish you a pleasant night. Bye bye.